Welcome back to the brewing class. On today's episode, we're going to walk you through how to start and run a successful craft beer business. Let's use an example of a tap room. You want to start a tap room in your little town, maybe 40,000 people town. Maybe there's only one tap room in the area and you want to start your own. So, first of all, you got to do some market research, right? You got to see what the other tap room's selling, what's their prices, what kind of beers do they have, do they sell beer to go, do they have any events at their tap room. You got to go there many times. Maybe you even make friends with the owners or workers there. You see the crowd, what's their hours of operation. These are all important things to note for starting a tap room or business. Legally, you're going to have to go to the government and get your license to sell. You're gonna have to get your license to sell alcohol. You're gonna need your tax ID number. You're gonna need to set up your legal entities, your sole proprietorship, or your LLC or corporation, whatever you guys would like. And if you do anything besides sole proprietorship, it's gonna probably cost a little bit of money, and you're probably gonna need a lawyer. So it is a bureaucratic process, and that's what I'm going through in Spain right now, and it's killer. But that's the cost of entry that the rich has made for us to be able to sell things such as alcohol or almost anything. But anyways, once you get your tax ID number and you get your license to be able to sell alcohol, you can go ahead and look for places to rent or own or buy a tap room. You have to make sure with the city that location that you're looking at is able to sell like a restaurant or a bar, if it's able to have that. A lot of buildings have special restrictions, like some are warehouses and you can't have a restaurant there. Some are restaurants and you can't have a warehouse there. Some are residential only, so you have to kind of know the local zones as they're called. But usually where there's other restaurants, you can have a restaurant or a bar in that area as well. So those are a couple things you need to start, and then you're going to need to find investments. If you have your own investment, that's great. If you're fronting all the money for your tap room, perfect. For maybe a 10 tap, 1,000 square feet tap room, you're looking at 150. That's good. You'd be happy to start with 150,000. The minimum I would suggest is 75 to 50,000 at least. Ideally 250,000. And you're gonna have to stand out, right? You're gonna need to do something that your other competition isn't doing. If they're not hosting Tuesday night trivia, maybe that's something you can start doing. If they don't have a growler club, maybe that's something you can start doing, trying to boost your revenue and your brand awareness and stand out in a crowded market. There's so many different craft beer and businesses out there, especially in the United States. Yeah, it's hard to stand out. You really have to do other stuff now. That's one of the main reasons I moved to Spain, is because there's not much competition out here yet. Whereas in the US, I would have had to do a lot more work to simply stand out in that crowded market. Here, there's literally no craft beer places, so I just have to create one, and hopefully they'll just keep coming in, right? There, you need to do better than the competition. So maybe that means you specialize in German beers, or you have them imported from Germany or something like that, right? And the best thing I would say is there's a few good things that a good business always has. You want to have a good product. Make sure your product's good. That's like the number one thing, right? Make sure you're selling good beers that people want and are coveted beers, like the new hazy IPA that only released for a certain amount of time, things like that people want that, and they'll come into your tap room for that. Another good thing important is marketing. If you can have good marketing, that's great. Another one is good customer service. If you're friendly and you know how to make the customer smile with just simply by talking to them, explaining what craft beer is, the different styles of beer, that goes above and beyond that. It's so important. That's one of the main reasons I keep going back to places, is because I enjoy the customer service. I became friends with the workers, Marketing's always good, getting new customers, letting people know what you're up to in the business. And like I say, the product, that's the number one thing. That's what you're selling. It's your product. Make sure it's good quality, quality over quantity. So yeah, if you have those three things, customer service, marketing, and a good product, you're probably going to win. And marketing is the thing that's the hard one. You have to keep coming up with new things. Trivia Tuesdays, maybe happy hour Wednesdays, things such as that nature, like a growler club. Maybe this is one of my ideas. You take a Polaroid camera, you take a picture of the person that signs up for your growler club, and you put that Polaroid camera that prints out right away, and you put it on your wall for everyone to see. Those now champions of your business are going to go home, tell all their friends and family that their picture is up on your wall in your tap room. They're going to keep coming back and bringing family, right? They get 10% discount every time they come, something like that. Yeah, recurring customers, right? So that's an important thing. And yeah, you have to pay your taxes. That's sadly the damn corporation world, corporate mass-controlled world that we're living in, but you gotta do justice. And yeah, you can expand from there. You can open a brewery, open maybe a mobile canning line, things of this nature. But yeah, that's how you kind of start a business, and a lot of it's simply repetition, showing up to the field over and over and over and over all the time. And if you own this tap room and you don't really want to work, hire a manager, hire workers, and give those workers or managers everything that they need to succeed. Build a good relationship with them. Let them have freedom. Don't always look over their shoulders. Trust them, and be quick to fire if it comes down to it. Quick to fire, quick to hire, quick to fire. Trust that your instincts do good justice, right? You hired this person because they're a good person. You can always train them on what craft beer is, right? You can buy 15 different types of beers. This is a NEPA. It's going to be more full-bodied, more tropical. This is a West Coast IPA, more dry, more bitter. This is an Imperial Stout, big mouthfeel, high alcohol, malty, right? You can teach them customer service. When someone comes into your building, ask them, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" Be friendly, smile. "How's it going? What is this your first time in Joe's tap room here?" "Oh, nice, good to see you, man. Like, well, for your first time, we'll give you 10% off your first beer, right?" Things like that. It goes so far. That's what you have to do to create a successful business. So, I guess that's about it. If you guys have any other input on what else you would want to do to create a successful craft beer business, feel free to leave it in the comments below. My name is Ty Stevenson, your educator at the Brewing class, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Peace.